What's going on, family? All right, in this video, we're going to be discussing Marketing 101 for 2024, how you guys can get butts in the seats of your cars, your car rental business, all right? So let's talk about it, guys. All right, so obviously, guys, marketing is going to be one of the biggest drivers and the biggest areas where you guys need to be investing your time in your businesses, all right? A lot of people get caught up in the mundane stuff. What do they say? The Pareto principle, right? 20% of your efforts are going to result in 80% of your gains, right? So, and in business, pretty much the 20% where you need to make sure you focus on is where your money is coming from or where your money is going out. All right, so your sales and your marketing team is always number one. All right, your sales and your marketing, and you got to have a good CPA to make sure too much money isn't going out to Uncle Sam. All right, so you always have to be about your business. See, a lot of people start businesses and they just sit down, they rest on their laurels and expect the businesses to just come to them. No, guys, no business is 100% passive, all right? So you're going to have to do something, all right? Maybe initially you have to put in some sweat equity and then eventually it becomes passive. But in the car rental game, you have to do some form of marketing, all right? Some form of marketing has to be done, all right? So let's kind of talk about that, all right? And I think it's so key because that's what I've seen that separates the people in the minor leagues from the people in the major leagues. It's their marketing efforts. All right, the people that are, and it might seem intimidating, it might seem daunting to a lot of people, like, oh, I have to actually speak to people about my car rental company. I have to go take out billboards and newspaper articles and send postcards in the mail. Guys, you don't have to do any of that, all right? This is 2024. We don't do brand awareness campaigns or brand awareness marketing, all right? We do direct response marketing. And the difference between that is brand awareness is going to be what you like your big juggernaut companies do, like Coca-Cola, when they can pay millions of dollars for a billboard or a spot on a Super Bowl ad without even intent. The intention is not to make money right there off the customer, to get the customer to immediately pick up the phone and buy a Coke. No, the intention is just to put their brand in to etch their brand in your mind, so you guys see them everywhere. They're ubiquitous, and that way when you go buy stuff into the store, maybe a week later or a year later, you remember that brand. Oh, I've seen that before. All right, and then by association, now that idea is planted in your head. Now you go whip out your credit card, and now you feel like you know, like, and trust the brand, and then you're willing to go spend money with them. All right, that's brand awareness marketing. All right, what we do this day and age now is direct response marketing. That's when we are literally marketing to people and expecting them to take action immediately. All right, that's the kind of marketing we tend to do in the car rental business. All right, that's most effective. Not saying possibly some old school methods can still work. 100%, most likely, probably could. All right, maybe postcards or door hangers, maybe that could work. All right, but unfortunately for that, it's less targeted, right? It's almost like you have to spray, you have to send out a lot of those and hope it becomes a percentage game, right? I just don't know a lot of companies that still do that. Maybe like going to different places and leaving business cards and leaving postcards. It could possibly still work, but it's not as effective, all right? So I'm going to kind of talk about, for this video, I'm going to be focusing mostly on the direct response methods that I want you guys executing on, all right? All right, guys, so number one, all right, first off, I want you guys to use these apps. Let's leverage these apps, all right? Apps like Turo, these guys have billion-dollar marketing budgets, all right? They spend a lot of money on marketing, so that way you guys can get butts in the seats of your cars, and then they take a commission for that. All right, so let's leverage that. So a lot of you guys are starting off with these apps like Turo, and if you guys haven't, maybe you first time hearing about Turo, and you guys want to learn how to use an app like Turo so you guys can start your car rental business and possibly get to drive your current car for free, or drive your dream car for free, or even make money off of this and start an actual business. All right, you guys can go ahead and click the link in the description of this video for my guide, where for only $27, I'm going to be showing you guys how to get started in the car rental business using apps like Turo. All right, so only $27. I'm giving out courses that these other gurus sell for thousands of dollars, only 27 bucks, and you guys can get started. All right, so leverage that, and you guys can start using these apps. And literally, once you set up your profile the right way, literally people same day, or as a matter in a few days, your car is going to start getting rented. And immediately, guys, you start making some money, okay? Because these apps do all the work for you, especially when you first get on the platform. A lot of the algorithms try to incentivize you, and so they send you business up front. So take advantage of that, get your feet wet. There are other apps like Hire Car and Get Around out there. I also want you guys to get familiar with them and use them. If you have a car that's maybe an economy car, definitely you want to put the car on as many platforms as possible for maximum visibility, and then that way you guys can start making more money. So that's number one. All right, let's do some free marketing. Let's leverage these apps and use them to get people in our cars. All right, Second thing is we do some paid marketing, all right? And this is going to be mostly for people that Now I want to take this a step further. All right, maybe you've tried the apps, you've used the apps, and you started making some money. Now, okay, let's kick it up a notch. Okay, now you step into the world of private rentals. This is where you rent directly to customer. Right? And we see the same strategy in real estate with the Airbnb people, right? The Airbnb people use the Airbnb app, but then they also have their own private rental websites where they rent directly to customer. All right, typically it's going to be for a lower price. They're able to do that because the customer is saving money paying fees to these companies, because these companies sometimes take up to 40% in commissions, all right, from the host, the owners of the property. All right, so that's why they like to do off-app transactions. Same thing applies in car rentals. All right, once you get your feet wet, you know you've gotten all the jitters out. You're comfortable renting out your cars to strangers. Then that's when you guys can make the jump to start renting directly to customer. And then you can start running paid ads. So if you already have a website, you've built a website, all right, you guys can run paid traffic to that website, and it's direct response. Once people click on your ad, they go straight to your website and they're able to book right there and there on your website, and they whip out their credit cards and they pay. That's direct response, okay? We want to elicit an action, a conversion event immediately from a customer, okay? Now, me personally, I use Google Ads. All right, what they call Google PPC, Google pay-per-click ads. That's been my bread and butter. You guys can also get started with Google PPC ads. You can either learn it on your own, go to YouTube, try to watch some videos to learn it, or you pay a professional to actually do it for you. And you guys can get somebody super cheap and set it up for you guys, and then maybe once or twice a month they pop in and do some maintenance on it just to make sure it's still optimized, fully optimized for conversions. And that's it, guys. And start off a little. You don't have to go spending a lot of money. You start out small. All right, set a low budget and slowly work your way up. Maybe you could do $100 a month. All right, and then slowly work your way up. If you see you're getting an ROI, maybe you spend 100 and you're making 500, you're making 1,000. That's a 5 to 10x ROI on it. Now it's time to reinvest back in and maybe double your ad spend, okay? And just slowly keep on increasing. All right, I spend a couple of thousand every month, all right? And I get all I need to do is rent a Lambo out once or twice and I've covered my ad spend. So I'm fine. Everything else is completely profit for me, all right? I make over a 10x ROIs on mine, all right? So that's why I use Google PPC ads. So that's one way you guys can definitely start getting your phones ringing and getting people in your seats, the seats of your cars.
Has the thought of starting a business been daunting to you? Does it scare you? Does it make you want to give up the second the thought comes into your head? What if I told you that that was just a limiting belief? What if I told you that there was a community out there with like-minded people that are just as scared as you, but instead they come together and they understand that in unity there is power, there is strength, and they come together and they're all pursuing the same common goal. They're able to lift each other up, give each other game, exchange ideas, joint venture with each other. Allow me to introduce you to MTB Car R Academy, where there's people all over the country, people all over the world that are executing, running their car rental businesses, sharing their wins, sharing their tribulations, sharing their finds, no gatekeeping, and I'm also in there constantly contributing. You have all the resources at your disposal. Expert group coaching and one-on-one calls with me. Group coaching calls from business credit coach. So you guys can learn how to set up your LLCs the right way and go out there to go get funding. You have advertising and marketing coaches in there teaching you guys how to run profitable ads, so that way you guys get good return on ad spend. You're able to attract the right customers that'll pay you the money you deserve for your cars. In my academy, we have a proven roadmap that'll take you guys from point A all the way to point Z. That way, no stone is left unturned. You guys have all the resources at your disposal so that you guys are successful in your car rental journey. If you have a 680 plus credit score, or you have a liquidity, because this is a 4-figure investment, you need to have some liquidity to get in. If you have either one of those criteria, click the link below to speak to a member of our team so we can see if you're a good fit to join the academy, and I'll see you guys there.
All right, another one is using the Facebook platform. All right, there's Facebook ads that you guys could run. There's Yelp ads. You guys could take advantage of all of these platforms, run ads, and see what works in your area for you. Okay. Another thing that you guys could do is also do SEO, search engine optimization. What is that? That's how you rank in Google, right? When people type in maybe your area, if you rent out luxury cars and somebody types in a luxury car for rent in Atlanta, all the companies that show up, that's SEO and makes them show up there. All right, search engine optimization. That's how your website ranks up there. All right, you need to actually start investing in doing SEO. If you know how to do it yourself, and you can go ahead and do it. It's a little complicated. Otherwise, if you can get somebody, pay somebody to do that for you, maybe you can go to a website like Fiverr or Upwork.com to find a professional that can run either your PPC ads or your SEO ads or whatever ads you want to run. You guys could find somebody, and then they'll perform an audit on your website, let you know what keywords to use for your search engine optimization, And then you guys can start doing that. That's how your company immediately, organically starts to rise up. And now once you get up there, that's when you're cooking with gas, guys, all right, because your company's gonna stay up there. And now at that point, if your company gets a ranking at the top, you might not even ever have to run paid ads ever again, all right, because your company, anytime anybody searches for cars, you're coming up first, you're getting the first call, 9 times out of 10, all right, so in my area, a lot of the companies that are up top are the ones making the lion's share of the money. All right, so you guys want to position yourself there. SEO definitely is one of the most powerful ways to get your phone buzzing. All right, a lot of these big known brands out there, when you guys search for and you see them come up on a search, like even Turo, case in point, Turo. If you type in car rentals near me, Turo will show up every single time. Enterprise will show up. Hertz will show up. Why? Because these guys anticipated and they've been investing in SEO from day one. All right. Even before they even launched their product, they'd already started investing in SEO, so that way they rank. All right. That's a strategy a lot of big companies use. Okay. And so you guys also understand this. SEO takes time. It's not instant. Like ads, when you run Google ads or Facebook ads, it's instant. All right, you run ads today, by the next day, you're already getting calls if it's properly optimized. However, with SEO, it takes a process. It could take anywhere from a month to several months, all right, before you start to rank and notice visible changes. But once it's well worth the wait, it's not as expensive to do as Google ads and all of that. But once you finally get up there, oh man, it pays dividends. It really does, okay? Another way that you guys can also start getting people in your seats of your cars is by networking. All right, you guys need to build up some social currency. All right, and by that I mean tell everybody that this is what you do. All right, and this isn't something that you have to pay for, but you actually need to go out there, open up your mouth, and let people know that you own a car rental company. All right, and then what that will do is it'll start to attract people to you. All right, the universe will have a way of starting to send people your way. All right, somebody's gonna remember, oh yeah, he does car rentals, and then he'll send a friend over, or they'll come to you when they want rentals. All right, and then as you start to build up a buzz, you'll start to attract what they call brokers. All right, brokers are people out there just like realtors. All right, they connect renters with people that own cars, and they do it in exchange for a commission. You will start to get people once you have enough cars. All right, not if you just have one car. No brokers, most likely you're not going to get a broker. All right, you got to have a few cars. All right, so you have a few cars. You would start to get brokers reaching out to you like, hey, I've got somebody that wants a car. Can you break me off a commission if I send the business your way? And then if you treat the broker right, they will constantly keep sending you business. All right. Some of these brokers maybe they work at car dealerships, club promoters. They might be valets at hotels. Man, whatever, or just people that this is all they do. I know several brokers in my city that make 6 figures, just doing this, all right, on the side. Okay, maybe they have a lot of VIP clientele, people that fly into town all the time and that need cars. And so all they do is just link them up with a car rental company and make a commission on the back end. All right, so brokers can account for a big chunk of change every year. All right, maybe go network with other smaller car rental companies in your area, and then that way, maybe if you have cars and they don't have inventory, you could send your cars over to them in exchange for a commission. All right, so work things out like that. Joint venture agreements. That's how you keep butts in the seats of your cars. All right, so brokers, that's a big one. Hotels. All right, hotels, that's another big one. All right, if you got any kind of hotel out there in your area, maybe a high traffic hotel, go out there, go talk to the management, ask them if they're willing to, send you guys some business in exchange for, or maybe some of them, maybe they can't take any gratuity from you. They'll just be happy to send you the business as long as you treat their customers well. All right, we're locked in with one of the bougiest hotels in our city, and they like to send us VIP clientele. Where we have to chauffeur their clientele in like a Lamborghini, just to maybe drop the customer off at the airport, and it's barely a 2 or 3 hour trip, but then we make almost $800-900 off of that. All right, it's a really good gig, and the reason why they trust us to do that is because we gave them good service the first time. All right, we're very professional, showed up on time, gave the customer a good experience. Now the hotel management trusts us. Now they're sending us that business. All right, they didn't even want to take a commission from us. All right, they can't do it. The gentleman rejected the commission. Instead, he just sends us business. So it's kind of like the way you guys want to operate, all right? So you just go out there, go network, social currency, let everybody know. Everybody in your phone needs to know that this is what you do, and trust me, you'll start to get a lot of business from it, all right? Like I mentioned earlier, promoters too. Club promoters constantly need cars for artists and entertainers that fly into town. So that's another way that you guys could tap in. So guys, I just wanted to share these tips with you guys. These are how you guys put people in the seats of your cars, all right? It doesn't just, you can't just sit back and wait, all right? You guys actually have to go out there, go put in some work. But trust me, if you guys do these things, it'll pay off. It'll definitely pay off. I hope this video was informative and helpful for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and please engage in the comments. All right, I read the comments and engage. Let me know if you guys disagree or agree or have any Let me know what works for you guys where you're at. All right, let me know what's working for you guys. I want to hear from you. Thank you guys very much for tapping into this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.